In this episode of Civilized Eating, I'm going to show you how to make a cream of vegetable soup. What kind of vegetable? Your choice. Let's see how it goes. Hi, I'm Terry Santra and I'm the head moose at Purple Moose Designs. So it's a cold and blustery day today. It's a perfect soup day. And I was thinking we'd make a cream of vegetable soup. So today we're going to be using cauliflower, but you could absolutely use potatoes or broccoli or carrots or squash, like butternut squash, whatever you want. The process is the same. So what we're going to start out with is we're going to roast the vegetables first. That'll give them a little bit of extra flavor. And we're going to amp it up a little bit by having some roasted garlic along with it. So the first thing we want to do is get our vegetables all cut up. I have one onion here. This is a sweet onion, but a white onion would be just fine as well. We're going to just put that in this bowl. Just nice big chunks, because we're going to blend it all up later, so it doesn't really matter. And then for the cauliflower, we're just going to do chunks about that big. Now the core, you can include the core if you want to. If you do, you just need to make sure that you cut it into small enough pieces so that it cooks. And all I'm really interested in here is pretty much making sure that the denser pieces are in small chunks, so the stems. I'm just going to put all that in the bowl. Now I do have a potato right here. I'm going to add that as kind of a thickener. You could skip the potato altogether if you were worried about carbs. I kind of like the smoothness that the potato gives it. Especially with cauliflower, it tends to be a little bit grainy. Alrighty, half done. As I said, you could do broccoli, carrots, potatoes, butternut squash, all kinds of denser vegetables would work perfect for this. Alrighty. Whoops. Dog will get that. All right, I think we have enough here, so I'm going to skip those. I'm going to stick that all in there. And then we're just going to put a little bit of olive oil on. And some salt and pepper. Put a little bit here, I'll mix it up and then add a little bit more so it doesn't all get stuck in one spot. We'll just mix this up. That looks pretty good. And then we're just going to spread that on our pan. Okay. And just a tip, line the pan with tin foil, aluminum foil. That way it'll be super easy cleanup when we're done. For the garlic, I have a piece of oil here. I have a whole head of garlic. I'm just going to slice off just the top part here. leave the skins on and everything. I'm going to drizzle a gooey hand. Drizzle just a little bit of olive oil on top. Add some salt and pepper. I suppose I could wash my hands. All right, and then we're going to wrap this all up tightly. We're going to put that right in this little dish. And we're going to put that in. So the oven is at 400 degrees. The vegetables, I'm going to check them at about 15 minutes. It'll be 15 to 20 minutes. This will probably be another 10 minutes or so past that. So I'll check back with you in a few minutes when they're all done. Okay, we're back. It's been about 20 minutes. Vegetables are done. About 10 more minutes on the garlic. That's all done. So I did mention we're going to put a potato in here. So I just cleaned this, stabbed it a couple times, and threw it in the microwave 3 minutes. Turn it over 3 minutes, and we have a baked potato. But we're going to set that aside for now. So first off, let's get all the veggies into the pot. I can do it without spilling them on the floor. We're in good shape. All right, so we have some nice little brown char on some of the pieces, and everything's soft, so that's all good. Let's see, we have our garlic in here. Get that pan out of the way. All right, so here's our little clove of garlic, or head of garlic. This little bit of oil that's down here in the bottom, we're just going to pour that in there, because that's now garlic flavored oil. And okay, we're going to set this aside for the moment because it's a little bit warm. We'll let that cool off for a minute. All right. So for the potato, I'm going to put half the potato in now, and I'm going to reserve the other half. Potato is a great thickener for soups, stews, whatever. So I'm going to put half in now. I'm going to reserve the other half. So if I end up adding just a little bit too much liquid and it comes out too runny, I can just add a little bit more potato and it'll thicken it right up. So we're just going to stick this one in now, this half. And we're going to put in a little bit of milk. Now you can use whatever kind of dairy product you want. If you want to go plant-based dairy, you could use, I'm using lactose-free milk. But you could use regular milk, whatever you'd like. If you don't want to have any dairy in it at all, then you can use just chicken stock or vegetable stock, whatever you'd like. I would suggest not using skim milk because that you need the fat from the milk to make it nice and creamy in your mouth. So full-fledged milk. And we're just going to put a little bit in for now. And then this is an immersion blender. This has a blender on the bottom. We're just going to stick that in there. And you push the button. And we're going to add just a little bit more milk here. If you don't have an immersion blender, you can also use just a regular blender. there. Okay. So what we have now is really thick. That's okay. So now let's see if this is cooled down enough. I can get the garlic out of here. And all we're going to do is squirt the individual cloves of garlic and just stick those in there. By roasting the vegetables, it gives you some extra flavor, what they call the Maillard effect. If you didn't want to roast them, you could just boil them, steam them, whatever you like. And again, you can do this with just about any vegetable you like. The process is exactly the same. If you were doing cauliflower or broccoli, potatoes, carrots, butternut squash, any of the other winter squashes. Ow, that's still hot. Big one in there. Okay. Ooh, missed one. And we're going to add a little bit more milk. And get that garlic blended in there. Alrighty, now we'll give it a little taste. See if we need any more salt or pepper. We need just a little bit of salt. Alrighty. I don't think we need any more of the potatoes, so we'll save that for something else. And then I'm just gonna chop up some scallions here, green onions, whatever you'd like to call them. And then we have some of our homemade croutons as well. You can look back for a previous episode on how to make your own croutons. All right, let's dish some of this up. It's very thick. If you want it a little thinner, just add a little bit more liquid. And put a couple croutons on top. A little bit of scallions. And there we go. Cream of cauliflower soup with roasted garlic. Yum! Please hit like and subscribe so you can hear about future episodes. And we'll see you in the next one. See ya!